Hello and welcome. So in this video we'll be talking about how to access and apply the CourseForge in a way that will allow you to build your course, have your content in there. So the first step is to create a blank Canvas shell, and we do that from our Canvas dashboard and clicking on the Start a New Course button. We'll give it a name. And create. After we've created the course, we then want to import or bring in the CourseForge into this blank Canvas shell. To do that, we select the Commons button from the left here. Once that comes up, we'll search CourseForge, and you'll notice that there are three options that show up. There are three different forges or templates, and they look like this. CourseForge A has a home page and style that looks similar to this, with headers that are green and black, rounded corners with shadows, text boxes, buttons, right, with a yellow background. If the yellow background and text boxes are a little bit much, there is CourseForge B. That is a lighter version that has the headers, the rounded corners and shadows, and buttons. Where you place your content is up to you. It doesn't have to be in a box or have a background color. CourseForge C is a combination of the two. It has a less intrusive background color, and the header, instead of green and black, is green and yellow, and again, similar to the others, rounded corners, shadows, etc. All right, so I would say CourseForge C is the best of both worlds, but if you like the light, go with CourseForge B, and if you like the yellow background and the design of CourseForge A, then go ahead and go with that. All right, so again, these are the options from the Commons. So just for demonstration purposes, we'll go ahead and go with CourseForge A. Once we select that, we can get previews for all of the different pages in there, but we're interested in just importing. So we're going to import and download. We're going to navigate to and select the new course, because that's where we want the CourseForge to go. And then we're going to select Import into Course. Now you do want to import into a blank course, because if you import into an already existing course, it's going to add a lot of pages and content in there, and the two will not, it'll just be a lot. Right? So at the top you'll notice here that we have a message stating that we have successfully started the import. We're going to come back here in a moment and see what that looks like. So if we navigate to the dashboard and back to the new course, you'll notice it's empty. It's going to take a while to bring all of that content in. So that typically takes about 30 seconds. So we're going to pause the video real quick, and then we'll come back and we'll see all of the CourseForge content in this what is now blank Canvas shell. Alright, and sure enough, that took about 30 seconds, and so we've got the CourseForge A in here, and so that's how you get it in there. So let's do a quick walkthrough of what you get with any of these CourseForges. So I'm going to click on the Start Course button. If I were a student, that would take me to the module that says Start Your Course here, and that's where a student would start the course and carry on. Now, for us as instructors, there is a section before for instructors only, and there are instructions on how to use the CourseForge here. There's information on banner images. Go ahead and read through that, learn how to create your banner images, and also there's information on the content boxes, and we need to go over this right now. Basically, it deals with how to duplicate a content box. Right? So you click Edit, and to duplicate a content box, let's say that we want this small one down here. We want the line directly before and after the content box to be available. So we're going to start selecting at the line before, and we're going to drag down over the whole content box down to the line after. After we get to the line below, we will right click or Control C, copy. Then we're going to place the cursor where we want the new text box to be, and you can do Control V or right-click paste, and it will duplicate that box. Alright, so that's how you duplicate those if you need multiple boxes. Canvas menus talks about the controlling of the menus options for your students here. Quality matters. Lindsay Henning is over Quality Matters. We spoke with Lindsay and we were able to get some of the Quality Matters information in here. If you want to go for QM, it does include some information that you can use to further modify this CourseForge so that it meets QM standards. Then you'll be nationally recognized, and you can. This also meets Yavapai College's teaching online standards as well. So it's easy to take these CourseForges and develop either an online class that meets Yavapai College's standards, and or one step further, nationally recognized QM certification. So we've got information on that. If you haven't rebuilt your course for a while and maybe it's in need of some revamping, we do offer some information on course mapping or backwards design, on how to map your course out, all of the content, making sure that you don't have just like one set of activities, but a nice variety that's interesting and engaging for students in an online or hybrid setting. So take a look at the course mapping information. It's really good. For students, they will, once they jump into the course, there's a place here for course orientation. Just run through these real quick, where you can put an intro video and or a welcome message. There's also some information here for Canvas how-tos for your students. Right after that, we've got course content and outcomes. Again, having course content and outcomes in this particular area meets certain QM standards. Syllabus, there are 3 options that we've provided for styling for your syllabus. You can follow the CourseForge layout and place your syllabus in here by copying and pasting the different sections. Another option is kind of the text-based option, where it's mostly just text separated by horizontal rules, or we'll call them page breaks. Right? So nice and clean. Or the third option is just uploading a document. We've included here the Yavapai College course syllabus template document that is provided by the college. If you'd like to use that, you can do that. Alright, so there's the syllabus. Pretest, we've got kind of some section there set aside for pretest. That's pretty much it for the start your course here content. Once you get into the material or the modules for the CourseForge, you'll notice that it follows a pattern. We've placed 8 modules in here for your convenience, and also a post-test. Each of the modules follows the same order. We figured that each instructor would want to give a module introduction. Each module introduction contains verbiage specific to QM, so that way you don't have to worry about that. So we have each module has its introduction. There's a page for new content, where content is easily manipulated. You can come in here and easily delete a picture or delete text. While we're here and talking, let's say that you have a course and you want to get your course content over to where we are building. So how do we recommend that happens? Well, let's talk about that. Alright, so I've got an old course here, and let's say that I want to transfer some of the content from this old course. So I'm just going to click into some information from an old course. I'm going to just come in here and select all and copy. And then if I come back over to the CourseForge, I can Control V or right-click paste, and it places that content in there. I can just quickly save it and see what it looks like. And you'll notice that the CourseForge, it sizes according to the size of the screen. So this does work for mobile. It is optimized for mobile as well, so your content will show up in a nice fashion when you place it in there on mobile. So that's kind of cool. Alright, so that's how easy it is, and that's how we recommend you get your content over from the old class to the new class. Just copy, paste. All right, that goes for quizzes as well. We'll talk about quizzes in a moment, but let's finish running through the sequence, the standard sequence for the modules. So we have a content page, course assignments, discussions, and some kind of quiz or assessment. Any of these elements can be deleted or duplicated easily. So let's say that we need another assignment in this course for this particular module. We just come over here to the Options button, select Options and Duplicate, and it will quickly duplicate that content. Right? It is possible to duplicate a whole module within Canvas. The only trick to it is you cannot have a quiz in there. Quizzes cannot be duplicated. So if we take this quiz and momentarily set it in Module 2, you'll find that we can now duplicate this whole module, Module 1, and now we have copies from which all we have to do is go in and modify the names for that copied module. So it's pretty easy to duplicate content once we have it, and you'll notice even in the duplicated content you have the CourseForge template built into there as well. Okay, so that is how we recommend getting content over into your modules. The one thing that we need to talk about are the quizzes and also images or documents. Quizzes, images, and documents should be brought over from a previous existing course. To do that, we go to Settings and then come over here to Import Course Content, copy a Canvas course, and you're going to select specific content. Now, the reason that we want to bring quizzes over is so that we don't have to rebuild them in Canvas. And the reason we're bringing content over is because any images or documents that are living in another course need to be brought over into this current course, because when you create a link to content, the links for content need the link to that content needs to reside within the current course. If you just copy all of your content and you have links, and those links link to content, images, documents in a previous course, then they'll all be broken. Right? So that's something to consider. So we'll select Import, select Content, and we're going to select all of our quizzes. Well, I'm just going to select one quiz, Alphabet 2. And then as far as the files, you will want to bring those over as well. And actually, let's just select a random image here. We're going to select that content. So once it gets brought over, we're going to take a look at how to build our quiz and how to get our images into the CourseForge. Alright, so we've got our content import complete. So if we go back over to modules, we can add a quiz to module 1. Now from the quiz list, we're going to choose Alphabet 2 and add that item. Right, so here's the content that I want, and here's the style that I want. So I'm going to take the style and put it into the content. So we're going to first go into the style. I'm going to do Control A, and that selects everything. I'm going to press Control C to copy, and then exit, and go back over to modules. All right, so I now have the style, and I want to put it into the content. So this is the quiz that I imported. You'll notice that I don't have anything in here. The only thing that I have in here is fill in the blanks with the words that are spelled to you. So I'm going to paste all of that above. then just Control X to cut. And then I want that to be right up here in the instructions. So I'm going to select everything and do Control V to paste. The text color is wrong, so I'll select it, change the color, and save. Alright, so now when students go to take the quiz, they'll have the title, the instructions, any information, additional information, perhaps they need to know, maybe this is the first quiz. And then just below that are all of the questions to the quiz. Alright, so that's how we recommend building out your quizzes. And as far as images go, let's say that we had an image. So we brought our images and documents over. So I'm going to place the image here. I'm going to go back over to images. And let's say that, which image was it that I imported? I don't know. Let's say that it was this image. That's another thing. There is an icon set that's built into the CourseForge as well. So you get some nice images to build with. Okay. So that is how you can place images and build your quizzes, transfer your content over to your assignments, discussions, and pages. And yeah, those are the main points to building your course using the Canvas CourseForge through Yavapai College. Again, you have three options. You have CourseForge A, B, and C. If these are nice because they're templated, they're all built out already. If you want to just, if you have some good foundation for a course and you would like to just use some design elements, we do have some design elements for you to use. And just to get a quick feel for what's in there, we've got background colors, headers, text boxes, and buttons, and a lot of different options for you to build with or quickly add to or spruce up your current content. So we talk about how to copy a box basically for a background color. These headers are really nice and easy to copy over. You just go in, click Edit. The design elements are also in the Commons area, so you can get those from there as well. So if you just come in here, for example, select just before, all the way through, and the line after, you can press Control C for copy. I'm going to place this down here. Control V for paste, and then it pastes, right? So you can paste several. Anyway, so that's how you can quickly grab and modify content. Again, that was if you have a blank course and go to Commons, maybe you want the design elements. Canvas design elements, right? And it's going to be this one here. Canvas design elements. This is an old one, it's kind of outdated. This is the current one. So you just click on that and then you can import it into whichever blank canvas shell you want, and you'll have all of those design elements. So alright, those are some tools that we've developed for you from TELS. We hope that you are interested in and happy about this that has been developed for you. If you would like some help, we're more than willing to help you get a great head start on everything that was discussed in here, so swing by. Thanks. Talk to you later.